Hello dear students, my name is Devinder Kaur and you all are welcome to my YouTube channel The Enlightened Room. In this video we will discuss more about this chapter, Getting to Know Plants. So let's get started. So in this video, first of all we will discuss about the functions of roots. Until now we have studied that roots are of two types, tap roots and fibrous roots, and what do these roots have their special functions. Well, first of all, the first function of root is to fix the plant, so you can call it as fixation. The roots help the plant to get fixed into the soil, and the roots of the plant get spread into the soil very firmly, it binds the soil very firmly and does not let the plant to be pulled out and to be blown away with the wind. Okay, so the first property or the first function of root is to fix the plant into the soil, and the second one is conduction of water and minerals up to the higher parts, or you can say the shoot of the plant. So roots are in the root system, and roots are found to be below the ground, and the roots absorb water and the special minerals from the soil and then transport those water and minerals to the stem of the plant, and from the stem it gets transferred to the leaves of the plant, and with the help of these leaves prepare their own food with the help of photosynthesis. So the whole process is done just because of roots. If there are no roots, then the plant cannot absorb water, the plant cannot absorb minerals, and the plant does not get their own food with the help of photosynthesis. So roots play an important role in the process of photosynthesis with the help of this conduction and by absorbing water and minerals. And the third property of root, or the third function of root, is to prevent soil erosion. Prevention of soil erosion. Now what is soil erosion? Well, soil erosion is soil getting blown away with the wind or being drawn away with the flowing water. Okay, so the roots prevent the soil to being eroded, to being washed away with water or being blown away with the wind or air. So how do the roots do it? Roots bind the soil firmly with the plant and does not let the soil to being washed away or being drawn away with water, being washed away or drawn away with water, or being blown away with the wind. Okay, so this is how the roots prevent the soil erosion. Okay, so these are the functions of roots. Now let's discuss about the modifications of roots. Now in the modifications of roots, we have first step or first point known as storage of food. Well, I know you all would love to eat sweet potato, you all love to eat carrot, and if you don't, then you should, and you would love to eat radish, turnip, and you would see as we have discussed that these roots are special roots known as tap roots, and the food is stored in those tap roots. That radish, turnip, beetroot, carrot, these are all tap roots. And if you have noticed, these roots are a bit swollen as compared to the other secondary roots. So secondary roots are thread-like, but the main root or the tap root is swollen because that swollen root contains food in it. That swollen root contains the prepared food, the food prepared by the plant, or the carrot plant, the radish plant, in the tap root. The whole food that has been prepared is stored in the tap root. Okay, so some of the roots help in the storage of food, and those roots are eaten by us. So these are beneficial for us, right? Now next point is fixation of nitrogen. Well, this point is a bit important because you will get to study this point in higher classes too. So pay attention here. There are some plants like urad, pea plant. These plants have some roots which are a bit swollen from the downward. Okay, those swollen parts are known as root nodules, and in that root nodules they have a special property, they have a special bacteria, and that bacteria is rhizobium bacteria. That bacteria is rhizobium bacteria. If my spelling is wrong, then please correct it in the comment section. Okay, I don't remember that much spelling, sorry about that. Okay, so in the fixation of nitrogen, we are studying about the rhizobium bacteria in the plants like pea or pea plant, or you can say the urad plant. These have some special root nodules. In those root nodules, they have a special bacteria known as rhizobium bacteria. Now, what does this rhizobium bacteria do? The most of the plants cannot, all the plants cannot fix the atmospheric nitrogen into the soil. But our soil needs that nitrogen, that atmospheric nitrogen. So, this rhizobium bacteria helps the plant to fix this atmospheric nitrogen into the soil and makes the soil fertile. And the plants having this rhizobium bacteria and the plants having these root nodules are known as leguminous plants. Now for the third point we have additional support. Well, in the point of additional support, you have to take a look at the banyan tree. Okay, so in case of banyan tree, you would see some rope-like structures hanging down from the branches of the banyan plant. Okay, now these rope-like structures help the plant, because that plant is very huge, it is very big, and it is not easy to be that much big on the ground. So these rope-like structures help the plant to stay at their position, to not let them fall down easily. Okay, and these rope-like structures support the plant. They have the function to support the plant, and these rope-like structures, rope-like roots, are known as prop roots. They are known as prop roots because they help to support the plant. Okay, now there are some plants like sugarcane that have stilt roots. They grow from their root nodules and they have stilt roots. You can take a look at the stilt roots from the picture. Okay, now the next one is breathing roots. Now you all would have seen the pictures or videos of mangrove plant. Okay, in mangroves, in case of mangroves, you would see roots coming out. You can see through the picture, roots coming out from the ground, from the soil. Now mangroves are found in those areas where there is a huge quantity of water, or that land is marshy. Okay, or the land is marshy and the soil is clay soil. Pay attention, the soil is clay soil. That clay soil binds the water so much tightly that there is no space, there is no pore for the passage of air. And if the no air is being passed from the soil, there is no passage of air, there are no pores for the passage of the air, the roots would not be able to breathe. Well, the roots also breathe. They need air. The normal soil, if you take a look at the black soil, if you take a look at the red soil, they have some pores in this soil. Even if there are no pores are left, then we get to make the pores by, if you have some potted plants at your home, you would mix the soil or fix the soil with the help of a spoon or with some instrument, with some tool like khurpi. Okay, so in case of mangroves, they have clay soil, or they are at marshy areas, or they are around a lot of water. So there is no air left for them, left for the roots to breathe. So the mangroves, what do the mangroves do? What do the mangroves do? They take their roots come out from the ground. Okay, their roots have some special pores to breathe, some special air holes to breathe. So those roots, so those roots come out from the ground vertically upwards, and they breathe in the air, and also a bit portion of that root is in the ground, a portion of that root is in the air, and the roots breathe, and the roots take minerals, and the roots absorb minerals and water from the soil. This is how this whole work do in case of mangroves. Now in the last point we have obtaining nutrition. Now in case of obtaining nutrition, we will discuss about parasites. So there are some parasites, there are some plants which behave like parasites, which are parasites. You can take the example of dodder plant. Okay, in case of dodder plant, some parasite like roots come out of the ground and they take up the whole nutrition of the plant. Okay, they would take the whole nutrition. They would first of all they would bind the whole plant. Okay, they would cover the whole plant by their own, and then they would take the complete nutrition of their host. Well, if they have covered that plant has become the host of that parasitic root. Okay, so that parasitic root will do what will do? It will absorb all the nutrition obtained by the plant in the process of photosynthesis. Okay, so this is how they obtain, some of the roots obtain nutrition for themselves. Okay, so this is how they obtain nutrition. So this is a topic, modifications of fruits. Now our next topic is shoot system.